Hello everybody at Birthday Shoes. This is Jeep Man. I just wanted to give you a video review of the new Merrell Trail Glove. The first thing I'd like to kind of go over is the workmanship. Basically, this is classical Merrell quality. There's not a single misstitch. None of the glue has been slopped around where things are glued together. And I cannot find a single flaw on either one of these. Okay, this is the Trail Glove. I happened to get the black and red one just because I like that color scheme better than the yellow one. One of the interesting things about this shoe is the lacing system. So what you have here is these outside gray loops that the laces actually go through, come through the side of the shoe, across the tongue, then back out again, so it loops the system back like this to draw the top of the shoe together, so it ends up pulling it tight throughout the arch area of your foot. Now, as far as ventilation goes, as you can see, the front of the shoe is mostly mesh, and I'll use this flashlight, and you can see inside here there's a tremendous amount of toe ventilation. However, there's only a tiny bit of ventilation through the side, and once you get to about this point back, there is no ventilation whatsoever. I believe the main reason for that is this microfiber liner pretty much blocks the ventilation, but the liner itself is very, very nice. There are virtually no seams whatsoever inside of this shoe. The only place that you'll ever notice a seam is right up here inside the shoe where the end of the tongue is. That was the only thing that took a little getting used to, but otherwise there's absolutely no seams inside of here. Now, one of the things that I really didn't like about this shoe is, if you can see, they have the sole molded such that you have like toe preload, I call it, where the shoe kind of swoops the toes up. Having gone barefoot for quite a bit of time and also wearing 5 fingers, I really don't like this, because when you're just standing, you can feel your toes kind of pointing up a little bit, and I really don't care for that. I wish Merrell would have maybe taken a note from Vibram and listened and maybe had 0 toe preload. I really didn't care for that. Weight-wise, you know, I got a whole collage of various different shoes here. I would probably give Merrell like a B- on weight. You know, this is my old shoes that I used to run in before I went barefoot. This is like a space boot. This thing's a brick. This is the shoe that I transitioned with. It's a Saucony A2. And actually, the A2 is actually slightly lighter than the Merrell. And then my first pair of KSOs, these are quite a bit lighter than the Merrell. But then the Bikila, it's even lighter than the KSO due to the foam that they use instead of the TC rubber of the KSO. Now, as far as sizing, on the Merrell website, they've been talking about that these have been running about a half a size bigger than expected. I kind of don't know what to think about that, because this shoe is an 8.5, this is a 9, this is a size 41, and this is a 40, a 41, and a 40. So lengthwise, if you follow what Merrell says as far as length of your foot, this is a Merrell size 8, and that corresponds to a foot length of 260 millimeters or 26 centimeters. My feet measure approximately 255 millimeters in length, or close to 10 inches. And lengthwise, these fit perfect. The problem that I have is with the width on these shoes. I thought that one of the things that was going to be predominant in a barefoot shoe is additional width to accommodate the forefoot. However, I do believe these are going to be going back, and I don't think I'll be owning any Merrell Trail Gloves because they're just too narrow. One of the things that I did is I measured from ball to ball for my foot, and then I measured the shoe itself, and then I also measured the 5 fingers. And what I came up with is the Merrell is 98 millimeters ball to ball, a size 40 KSO is 106, a size 41 KSO is 111 millimeters, and my actual foot's 105. So that basically explains why I feel that the forefoot or the toe box is way too narrow for me. And for the rest of us here in the States, basically the size difference between a size 40 KSO and a size 8 Merrell, you're losing 3/8 of an inch in width, and between the Merrell size 40, or I mean a size 8 and a KSO size 41, you're losing 1/2 an inch of width. I can comfortably wear a 41 or a 40. I kind of prefer the 40, but if I wear socks, the 41 works really well for me. But these, in my opinion, are too narrow for anybody that is fully transitioned to 5 fingers and has the foot which is a little bit wider. You know, by no means do I have a fat foot, but the thing that I notice is this shoe starts to curl in very early, so your pinky toe, your 4th toe, and your 3rd toe is actually in contact with the side of the shoe, and it prevents your toes from actually splaying, because when you splay toes, they splay out. The big toe predominantly stays fixed, and when you splay and you put pressure down on your foot, the toes splay out. And this clearly prevents that from happening, so my foot feels cramped in here. So any of you guys that have a slightly wider forefeet or have fully transitioned to a 5 finger shoe, these shoes may not work for you very well. So not to end on a bad note, I will tell you a couple other things that I do like about this shoe. It's nice and low cut for the ankle bones on both sides. It does not dig in, and also the heel cup is nice and low, so at full toe point it does not dig into the Achilles at all. I just wish they made them a little bit wider, because right now my pinky toe is completely against here. I can feel my 4th toe and 3rd toe. 2nd toe is fine. Of course, the big toe, it actually ends right here at the beginning of this toe cap here. So lengthwise I'm fine. It's just the problem is the width. So that's basically it for my review. I'll follow up on this thread with any of your questions. Thanks for watching.